Well, you know what my hairdresser told me, or my hairdresser? God, does that date me or what? My stylist, because I have cowlicks.
Yeah, but I like your hair looks good.
Well, she said because we're trying to tame them.
Yeah.
She said as soon as you get out of the shower, dry your hair.
Oh.
She said because if you wait and put your makeup on, then they take over because they're like, "Ooh, we're drying. Let's do our thing."
Oh.
So she said you may hate your hair for the next month. So I'm trying, and if I do hate it, I hate it. So it's a little different. But
yeah, well, mine's all over the place. Not even.
I like that cut though.
Yeah.
I like that length. Okay.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we've talked about our hair.
talked about our hair.
Now that we've gone on about our hair.
Too long, way too long. So I'm Candace.
I'm Natalia.
And this is not a single fork, just another podcast about food and cooking, but we're keeping it real.
Keeping it real. What have you got today? I see you have some paperwork.
As I always do.
You do.
Yeah. Well, you know how we were talking about the 5-minute knife hacks?
Yeah.
Well,
Was it the last one? It wasn't
no,
that long ago.
No, it was like a couple
ago.
But yes, there's a sequel.
Oh, part deux.
Part deux.
Let's see.
So
what do you got?
Let's go for it. Let's see if we agree with these.
Okay, so there's more.
There's more.
Okay.
It's from the same website. Knife Aid. KnifeAid.com.
Okay. What does Knife Aid have to say?
Okay. So this is about cherry tomatoes. I think that people have, because they roll around and stuff, so people have an issue with
potatoes and
carrots and cucumbers.
So many rolly
watermelons. Things. Watermelons. That was the thing.
Oh, that was the thing.
Watermelons. Okay.
Excuse me. Carry on.
So it says cherry tomatoes not cooperating when you cut them.
No.
Okay, the first thing you need is a serrated tomato knife.
Yeah.
That's a specific knife. Yes, I know I'm not one to have specific knives for specific things, but a serrated tomato knife is very handy.
It is very handy because it doesn't get squishy. When you try to cut the tomatoes can be squishy because they're juicy.
Yeah.
So if you saw it with the serrated knife, it's less squishy.
Yeah, and it's a relatively small knife. Mm-hmm. So if you have cherry tomatoes, it's a perfect knife for them. But it says next time, and I've seen this.
Yes.
Sandwich the tomatoes between two lids and slice through them with a serrated knife.
Yeah, I've seen people in class do it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's still awkward. There's a lot going on.
You can't see what you're doing.
You can't see what you're doing. You'd have to get down like on the table.
And you have to be okay with however they turn out is however they turn out.
Yeah, because they're not going to be cut perfectly in half.
No. There's no way.
There's no way. It doesn't take that long to just one.
Yeah,
one.
So,
one. I don't know about that.
Try it out if you want to, but I don't think you need to do that.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, for
a few tomatoes.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's wrong? What are you looking at?
Well,
yourself?
Yes, no. I'm looking at, where's our time?
It's down here.
Oh, there it is. They moved it. God damn it, Riverside. You keep moving everything. Okay, so I was just doing a little time check there.
Yeah, it hasn't been long. We just started.
No, I know, but I just, not to belabor the point, but, okay, next.
Yes.
Unstable cutting surfaces can lead to injury.
What does that mean? Like putting a wet towel or putting a rag underneath we do?
Yeah.
Is that what it's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
To put a damp towel. You can use a kitchen towel. You can use a paper towel, whatever, under your cutting board.
Yeah, you don't want the cutting board moving around.
Because it will slide.
It will.
However, if no one has ever done that before and they come into a situation where the cutting board's not moving.
Yeah.
And they happen to notice that there's a towel underneath.
They'll take it out.
They will take it out.
They do. It's very weird.
I don't understand.
That. It's not. It's there for a reason.
Well, and to their credit, we will tell them just because we put something on your board doesn't mean it's glued down.
But
That's
when
true.
something's underneath something, I mean, I don't know. That just, it doesn't make sense to me to move that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
There's so many things that don't make sense to us, but that is definitely one. But that is actually a really good tip.
Yeah.
Is that if you're on a flat, like, you know, it can be
a plastic cutting board. It can be any kind of cutting board.
But you've got your your countertop or whatever is probably slippery in one way or another. So just put a towel down. It doesn't necessarily have to be damp, but that
she's
does
not
help.
Talking about like a bathroom towel. She's talking about like
a dish
towel,
a dish towel. Or I think in the UK they call them tea towels.
It's a tea towel.
It's a tea towel. So tea towel, kitchen towel, side towel.
I match your.
Oh, you do?
Tapestry.
Wow. We didn't plan that.
No, not at all.
I do too, because I have black on.
Yeah, we both do.
But I always have black on.
We just blend right into the tapestry.
Just become one with the tapestry.
What's next?
Okay. Now this one kind of made me giggle.
Oh, good.
Because remember in the last set where they said to get the garlic smell off of your fingers to rub
the knife?
Rub the knife.
Yeah,
okay.
No, don't.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Listen to this.
Oh, no.
It's tempting to clean the bits of food that stick to your knife with your fingers, but this can be unsafe. Instead, gently scrape the back of your knife against the cutting board for easy cleaning. Okay. Now, come on.
I've seen people do that too, and they've cut themselves. This is your knife, and they want to go like this to clean it.
Ow.
And, my hands are filthy. I was outside.
She's playing with the kids.
I
outside.
was. I washed myself many times, but apparently not enough. Anyway, no, don't do that. Like, this motion is okay. Like a downward. If you're going to, like, I'll take a finger and go down off the knife blade, but don't fucking.
Well, no,
but
I mean, this is like counter to saying rub your hands on the knife to get rid of the garlic.
I know.
That's stupid.
I know, it's dumb.
Okay, either go one way or another.
Right.
Either, rub everything all over the knife or leave it alone.
Leave it alone, I think is the...
God.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is a safe way to scrape the little, the little pieces of vegetable or whatever you've got on your knife without cutting yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
Many ways.
There's so many ways. Okay. This is an obvious one. Always
the last
use
one wasn't?
No, well, now I know that. Okay, but this
always
is even more. Always use the right knife for the right task.
Yes, that's correct. It's like, you have the right tools. It's the same thing, right? It makes the job easier when you have the right tools. Just like the serrated knife we talked about for the tomatoes, you want to use a chef's knife for most things.
Yeah.
Not a paring knife.
Not a paring knife. Paring knives are great for peeling apples, making little, creative.
I had to use a paring knife today. I bought grapes and they were that big.
Plum size.
They were. I had to cut them in quarters.
Oh.
They were so big.
That's so big. Yeah. That's huge.
That's huge. I could have just peeled it.
Were they sweet?
They were
tasty?
Fine. Yeah, they tasted fine. They were very juicy.
Yeah.
It was very everywhere.
That's a big grape.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole point is, there are, if you try to cut bread, let's just take bread for an example. If you try to cut bread with just a straight chef's knife, you squish it.
Yeah.
So bread, because it's soft, needs a serrated knife.
Yeah.
And you should have a bread knife. I mean,
I agree.
That's just one of those, in your little toolkit, a serrated knife is a good thing to have. A chef's knife is a good thing to have. Yes, you should have a paring knife.
Is a good thing to have.
For small work, close work, yes. Peel, some people like to use paring knives to peel potatoes, peel apples, vegetables, apples, those kinds of things. So that's cool. And then, as we were talking about the tomatoes earlier, a serrated tomato knife.
Yeah. Which also looks like those little old steak knives.
Yeah.
It's just a little tiny
it's about the size of a steak knife. It has a rounded tip.
Yeah.
And then it's serrated. But I mean, it makes your life so much easier when you do that. Just amazing.
Oh, a boning knife.
Oh yeah. Boning knife.
If you're going to bone stuff, or take silver skin off, or take fat off things. They do boning knives really make a huge difference.
I would call that something that you would add after you've been cooking for a bit.
Yes, I agree.
And gotten a little more experience under your belt, because a boning something is, am I keeping you up?
Oh yeah. God, I'm so relaxed.
We're doing a lot of coughing and yawning.
A lot of bodily functions going on.
But a boning knife, you don't really need a boning knife unless you are starting to learn how to cut up a chicken.
Yes. And you need to know how to use it.
Yeah.
You really do need to know how to use it. And that is a little bit of a next step.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's a next step knife.
But important to have.
Yes.
If that's what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. So let's see. Any other kind of knives here that they want? No, they just were very brief about that. But it's true. You need to not have, like we've said before, don't do close work with a chef's knife.
Right. It's too big.
It
looks very dangerous.
And it looks stupid.
Yeah.
It's really not.
And don't do chopping with a paring knife.
No.
Yeah. No. However small your hands are.
I have seen that happen though on not just in our classes that people have tried to do that, but on the Great British Baking Show
with a paring knife. Oh dear.
Yeah, because they bake. So
they don't have real knives.
I'll give them that, but
oh well.
No paring knives.
Do you think there are any other knives that you have that you would? I mean, I think
I have mostly chef's knives.
Yeah.
I have cleavers, which are.
But you don't use those a lot, do you?
No, that's for like breaking bones.
Yeah.
And I don't do that a lot.
Not enough.
No. And I have bigger and smaller chef's knives over there on the wall, and then some like specific, like the Japanese knives, things like that. But I do like I have a vegetable cleaver that I really like.
A vegetable cleaver?
Yeah. I mean, it's a Chinese cleaver, and it's very sharp, or was very sharp. I haven't sharpened it.
Why does it make it, what's the difference between a vegetable? Is it smaller?
No, it's not necessarily. Well, it's a little bit smaller, but it's lighter, and the blade is very thin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I've never.
It doesn't have the weight behind it
of a regular cleaver,
like a meat cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used a cleaver to cut vegetables.
Yeah, I really like it. Mine, I ended up with it's not broken, but
like
it has a chunk out of it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So
what were you doing?
I don't know. It's the thing with the Asian knives in general is that they're brittle, and so they will break sometimes.
That's
so
true.
you just have to know that going into them. They're really great knives. It's just they will chip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, finally, and this is I don't want to see somebody do this, but okay.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Worried about losing your grip while cutting?
No?
You've got the wrong knife if you are. Wrap some rubber bands around the handle.
How could you lose your grip? I mean, first of all, we're not talking about people that are going 100 miles an hour. And even if you are, I'm thinking of, my knives, the handle is plastic and has
and it's textured.
Yeah, this has kind of a rough.
Yeah, and a lot of them are like rubberized.
Or even if they're wood, they've got some kind of tech. They're not like slick.
No, I don't understand.
So, I mean, I guess if you have sweaty hands.
It looks so janky.
If you just had a bunch of rubber bands on your knife.
A bunch of rubber bands on your knife.
I mean, if you have sweaty hands, which I have sweaty hands sometimes too, you got to wipe those off on a side towel or a tea towel. But you don't just let things slip out of your hand.
Yeah, but I guess it happens.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But I would just say, you know what? Get
a different knife.
Get a different knife.
That's a problem.
Wipe your hands off.
I mean, my God.
And if I know you can get like oil or fat or whatever.
Yeah, that's what the side towels are for.
But wipe your hands and then use your knife.
And but look, you guys are all concerned about being sanitary. A shit ton of fucking rubber bands on your knife is not going to be sanitary.
No, not at all.
At all.
No.
You might as well just lick that chicken.
Lick that chicken. and lick the rubber bands.
Yeah, because it's all the same.
It's all yuck.
Gross.
Yeah. So stay fresh.
Knife bags.
Again?
Did we say knife bags last time?
I don't know.
Oh.